Hey everyone, this is Donna, the Technology and Media Librarian at the Upper Arlington Public Library. I'm here with another in our condensed and virtual versions of our Basics of Google series. This is another of our virtual technology programs on cloud services as well. In this video, we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite features on Google Drive. Google Drive obviously is Google's free cloud storage service. It's free if you've already got a Google, let's say a Gmail account. It's also free if you just want to sign up from scratch. These tips can be especially helpful when it comes to saving time for you, to getting the most out of that free account. Whether or not you're planning to collaborate with others, these really might come in handy. So the first one we want to talk about is creating files using docs, sheets, and slides. So as we know, Google Drive is a cloud storage service. You can upload files from your computer, from your flash drive, or other local storage. You click here on New. You can either upload an entire folder's worth of files, or you can upload a file individually. That's documents, that's PDFs, Word documents, any other type of file that you've got. It's also photos, music, other media files. When you have a free Google account, you get up to 15 gigabytes of storage before Google will prompt you to consider upgrading to a paid storage platform. But my tip is that Google Drive is not just cloud storage, it's also cloud document creation. If you click here on New, you'll see that you've got access to Google Docs, which is a word processing software program entirely online. You have Google Sheets, which is spreadsheet software creation, and Google Slides, and that's presentation software. So you can create documents from scratch. If you click here on the little arrow next to each of their names, it'll tell you you can create a blank spreadsheet, presentation, or document. But the tip I also want to include today is using templates. These are built into your Google Drive document creation, and they're absolute time savers. So if you click here on From a Template, you're going to get the template gallery for Google Docs. And a lot of these are really just meant to be helpful in your work life or in your personal life. So resume templates. We all have had to create a resume at some point. We know that they can be really difficult to format, especially as you're adding new information or deleting information. So here are resume templates you can use. Personal letters that you can use, business letters, something that's informal. So you get a template here. Here's some personal documents, a lot of work-related documents as well, meeting notes, project proposals. You can find newsletter templates here. So all things that are really meant to just be very handy for you as you're creating documents and then saving them. So what I want to do is click here on one of my recently used. We're going to say resume. So if you click on a document template from that gallery, what you'll have here is some pre-formatted text that you can just copy and paste over. So obviously you type in your name here, and then you enter your text. Hopefully not joke text that I'm entering right now. You can change your title here. Obviously resume is just the template name. But what I do want to point out is that as you are typing, all of your changes are saving. So as you're creating documents in Google Drive, whether they're docs, sheets, or slides, they are auto-saving as you work. Again, saves you so much time and so much frustration because you're not constantly going back and hitting Control-S on your keyboard or File Save. So everything is saving, and if you want to see that again, just watch next to this word help where it says all changes saved in Drive. Keep your eye on there and not on what I'm typing. But you can see it's saving as I type. All changes are saving to Drive automatically. So this isn't a file that you have to go back and click New and File Upload. It's not coming from your computer. It's coming from within Drive, and it's saving within Drive. You can organize it into a folder if you need to, but it's all located in your Drive, which is really handy. Here's the last bonus for this part of the tip. Any files that you create with Google Docs, slides, or sheets, they do not count towards your 15 gigabytes of storage, which leaves you a lot of room for other files that you might need to upload. So I'm going to close this out, and then you can see right down here, here is my resume. It's already been saved. I'm the owner, last modified date, all of that information is included. But here is the fun part, is that the size is completely blank because the storage used is none. Google Doc files are free. That's a little pop-up message it tells you, but it is not taking up storage space. The storage space that you saw at the beginning of the video is the same as it is now at the end of this segment because docs, sheets, and slides count not at all towards your Google gigabyte limit. So if you need to create documents, you can consider using the cloud software that's included as part of Drive and save yourself not only some time by using templates, but some storage space by using all of these software programs. So that is tip number 1. The second tip is that while yes, you can upload files to Google Drive to store them online by clicking here on New and then File or Folder Upload. And yes, you can create files in Google Drive that are auto-saved and available for you to open and edit anywhere you log into your Google account, because remember, this is cloud-based, so it is syncing wherever you have access to this account. You have access to these files. Here is my next tip, is that if you want to save copies of those files on your local device, you can just download back your docs, sheets, and slides files to your computer. There's a couple ways that you can do this. One is to select the file here, and if we right click on this, we can click download, and then it'll download, it'll convert it to Word. So this goes from Google Docs, and then it will automatically download and convert to a Microsoft Word file. So that's really handy if you are working in a Microsoft Office compatible environment. But you can also download your file directly while it is open. So if we go ahead and open up that test resume that I created just a few moments ago, each program, whether you're in Docs or Slides or Sheets, will give you the option to download your file in that Microsoft Office compatible format. So for Sheets, that would be Excel, and for Slides, it would be PowerPoint. You can also download as a PDF and share that with someone who does not have access to Microsoft or to any of these Google software programs. So if we click over here on File, we're going to access this download button. And then you see we have a lot of different file format options. So top of the list is Microsoft Word, but if we scroll down a little bit further, we can also download that PDF version as well. So if you just click on File Download, select our file type, I'm going to say PDF in this case. We've got an additional copy that's just been downloaded back to our computer's downloads folder. But for a little more convenience, let's say that the purpose of downloading this file is to send it to someone else. You can email directly from your Google Doc or your slide or your sheet. So if we go back to that File button, and this time we click on Email as Attachment, we can still select a file type. So we've got PDF, Microsoft Word, etc. We can select this file type and then send it to someone. So let's go ahead and send it to yours truly. Give it a subject. You can change it from this automatically filled subject, which is also the name of our document, and then you can write a message. You can even send a copy to yourself. You can completely fill this out and then say, hey, please review, click send, and voila, it's sending an email as an attachment right from within that document. So if you've downloaded an Office compatible or PDF version of your file, don't forget you can upload those files right back to Google Drive if you'd like to. So we're going to close this out. We're going to go back to our new, we'll go to our file upload, and then we're going to click here on our downloads folder. Here's that resume again. Now it's in PDF form. So we've got an additional copy of it that's backed up to Google Drive, which is, one of the main reasons that a lot of folks have Google Drive, is because you want online cloud storage that you can access from anywhere. Just know that that file is going to count towards your Google storage. So it's 38 kilobytes, not a huge amount of file size, but it is now expanding that storage that we're taking up, and it's reducing the amount of storage that we have left. But you can do that. You can email it as an attachment directly, so you don't have to download back to your computer, and just send it on to someone, whomever needs to read it and review it for you. So that's it. That's downloading files and emailing as an attachment. You can also attach Google Drive files through Gmail. It would mean that you're using Gmail as your email provider, and you may have an Outlook or Yahoo or other account that you prefer instead. If that's the case, go ahead and skip through this part of the video. You can have a Google Drive account and not use Gmail as well, but if you do have Gmail, you have access to Google Drive because you've established a Google account. And so for this part of the video, I am going to switch over to Gmail for the account that we've created. So we're going to go ahead and open that up, and then we will create a new email to demonstrate how you can attach. So once you've got your compose screen up, normally if you attach a file, you'd click here on the paperclip icon, but when you attach files on Gmail, you're limited to 25 megabytes for the entire message, including attachments, and that's not ideal if you have a very large file that you want to attach. So this method will show you how you can kind of get around that file size limitation. what we'll do is click on the Insert Files Using Drive button here, and then we're going to find the file that we want on Google Drive. If the file is not already in Drive, you can even click here on Upload and then select the file from your device or drag and drop it. So you'd be inserting it not just in this attachment, but you'd be adding it to Google Drive for the purposes of the attachment as well. So I'm just going to go back here to my regular drive. I know that this is the resume file I want. We want to make sure that insert as a drive link is what's selected, not attachment. And once that is, we're going to click the blue insert button here. So now it's inserted the drive link right here in the body of our email, and we can fill out the rest of this information, like the recipients and the subject. At this point, when you click send, it may prompt you to provide file permissions to the person that you're sending it to. So if that person doesn't already have permissions for this file, you can give them that access now. So we can share it one person, say view, comment, or edit. And then you can even say don't give access. When they get that email, they'll have to contact you for permission. But I'm just going to say share with one person, give them viewing only permissions. Go ahead and click send, and then it's going to send that file to the recipient. And that's it. That's attaching a file via drive link. For the last two parts of this video, we're back here in Google Drive. We've closed out of Gmail. The next feature I want to show you is one that's great for collaboration. And of course, as we saw earlier, with Drive, you can send individual files to people who need to view them, or edit them, or comment on them. But if you have a large number of files to share with someone, or even with a group of people, you can also share an entire folder and its contents through Drive as well. So if we select a folder, we'll do this Test Documents for Program folder, and we right-click on it, what we're looking for is this Share button. And if we click that, we get a Share with Others box that pops up. When you share a folder with others, you have different options for setting permissions. So if we're sending it to specific people and those people are signed into a Google account and we select that they can organize, add, and edit, that means they can edit the files in the folder, add and remove files to that folder, or we can send it to specific people and say they only have viewing permissions, so they can view the folder and its contents, but they don't have editing permissions. So if you're sharing specifically with others, you'd enter their email addresses, set your permissions. You can throw in a note here and then click send. You can also invite people by clicking on this Get Shareable Link button. And that way you get a link that you just copy and paste. So you can copy and paste this into an email, into a text message. You can even post it to the web if you wanted to. Either way, you'd set your permissions for anyone with the link. So that's edit or view. If it's going to a very large and possibly public audience, just always be cautious about what permissions you set. But once you get shareable link, set your permissions, click copy link, and then click done, and that's it. You can see this little icon has changed, so now we know it's been a shared file. And that's how you can send a folder and its contents to a group of people quickly and easily. Okay, this is our final tip for basics of Google Drive, and it's all about using the search at the top of our screen. If you're not already using search and the search filter on Google Drive, I hope this video convinces you to give it a try. I think it's such a time saver as you begin to accumulate more files in your drive, as you start adding folders into Drive to organize those files, rather than searching through multiple folders or sorting through multiple files to find just the right one. You can use the search feature at the top of your Drive screen. So this search at the top is a keyword search. As you type in a word or phrase, you'll begin to see a list of results that match the word or phrase that you're typing. In this case, I'm going to type in cats because I know I've got some files in here. I don't know where exactly that are about cats, but you can see I've just typed in that word and already I have a list of results. It can be the file name, or if you know that there's a particular word or phrase that's in your file. So for example, I know that I use the word mysterious somewhere in this document. You can type in that word and then get a search result for that particular word, any of the documents that have it available inside. So if I know that this is the correct document, I wanted the PDF version, I can click here. I can get a little pop-up preview of what that file is, and you can see here's the word I was searching for. I'm going to close this out. So that's doing a keyword search, quick and easy way to locate and open a file if you know very specific information about it, but you just don't have the time or you're not inclined to go through Drive and go through your multiple folders to find exactly where it is. You can also use this search filter that's built into Drive Search to narrow down your file options before you even start searching. These filters include, say, your file type, so you can say it's a PDF, it's a spreadsheet, etc. It includes your file owner, so if you know that it's owned by you specifically, or if it was sent to you by someone else and now it's living in your drive, you can say that it's owned by a specific person even, or just not owned by me. You can set your file location, so if you know a specific area in Drive where it might be, you can narrow that down immediately. Date that it was last modified, if you know a part of the file name, if you know any of the words that are found in the file, and so forth. Even if you've shared it with someone, you can enter the email address of the person with whom you've shared it. So in this case, I know that I'm looking for, say, a presentation, and I know that it has the word introduction in it. And if I just use those two criteria and click search, ta-da, here's my introduction to the cloud presentation. I have absolutely no idea where this might be stored specifically at Drive, but I found it already, and I can click on this to open it, edit it, and do what I need to, if I have to share it or download it. Here's my file. That's using search and the search filter on Google Drive. It's the final part of our video, so thank you so much for watching. Please visit our website and our library's media services page for downloadable handouts related to this video. We've linked to some instructions, some additional tutorials online that you can check out. But thanks again for watching.